Hey friends, welcome back to the Cheese Boy channel. We got ourselves some Doctor Who, Masters of Evil, because you gotta go bad guys first, right? It's gotta be the best deck. Let's check it out. Hey guys, how's it going? How's everybody's October? We are running through October, more than halfway through, getting close to Halloween. But these decks just came out. The Doctor Who. I figured we gotta. I don't know how to open these. Maybe that. By the next deck, we'll understand how to open the box. But yeah, Universes Beyond, new Doctor Who decks. Like I said, figure we got to start with the villains first. That's right. So we got a little deck box. We got a little punch out thing. Little this, a little that. Get rid of that old dice. We see our Planes Chase dice, which says nothing. Nothing for the Planes Chase dice. Boom. And we got our little collector's pack. We got our Planes Chess cards. Collector pack, we will throw it in the big old box of random stuff. I swear, eventually we're gonna start giving that stuff out. Just got a buddy of mine we were talking about doing a podcast, and we'll do some like videos together, and then maybe we'll give that stuff out when we launch that. Of course to you guys, because you guys have been following us longer, you know. Whoosh, whoosh. Whoosh, whoosh. I don't know. It's got a little pulley tab. Oh, there it is. Yeah. The pulley tab. We got our little Learn to Play Magic. Boop. If you want to scan it. I'm sure if you guys are opening this, you already know how to play Magic. So we got our hard card. Boom. So we got our Dalek. Menace. At the beginning of your end step, creature, or create a 3/3 black Dalek artifact creature token with Menace if a opponent lost 3 or more life this turn. Then each opponent who lost 3 or more life this turn faces a villainous choice. Draw a card, you draw a card, or that player discards a card. Oh, give them choices. Then we got Missy, legendary Time Lord Rogue. Whenever a non-artifact creature dies, return it to the battlefield face down, tapped under your control. It is a 2/2 Cyberman artifact creature. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent faces a villainous choice. Each artifact creature you control deals 1 damage to that opponent, or you draw a card and chaos ensues. With that? No? These your chaos dice? Maybe. I don't know. Yes, probably, yeah. But I'm not sure how artifacty this is. That card could be taken out of there and made pretty wicked. Auton Soldier. You may have Auton Soldier enter the battlefield as a copy of a creature on the battlefield, except for it isn't legendary, is an artifact in addition to other types, and has Myriad. Oh, it's a 6 cost, a little high, not bad though. The Floods of Mars, Island Walk. Whenever the Flood of Mars attacks, put a flood counter on another target creature or land. If it's the creature, it becomes a copy of Flood of Mars. If it's a land, it becomes an island in addition to its other types. Cyber Conversion. Turn target creature face down. It's a 2/2 Cyberman artifact creature. That's pretty good. In fact, I think that's one of the One of the pricier cards in this set. Interesting. Haunted by the Family. Choose up to 4 target creatures you don't control. For each of them, that creature's controller faces Villainous Choice. That creature becomes a 1/1 white human creature and loses all abilities. Or you create a token that's a copy of it. Oh, I really kind of like the Villainous Choice thing. That's yeah. I know it's a little bit harder to play, makes it a little more random for you, but man, I kind of like when there's that randomness to the game. Dalek Drone, Flying Menace, boom. Nashta, Naverda, Indestructible, Shadow. Oh, Shadow's back. Time Reaper, we got Flying Haste. Boom, Doomsday Confluence. Choose X. You may choose the same mode more than once. Each player sacrifices a non-artifact creature. Create a 3/3 Dalek, or each opponent discards a card. Toymaker's Trap. Vizsla. Turloth. Hey, I say these better at least than I do Yu-Gi-Oh cards. We've done some Yu-Gi-Oh openings, and I'm like, oh, I don't even know. Genesis of the Daleks. This is how it ends. Target creature's owner shuffles it into their library, then faces a Villainous Choice. They lose 5 life, or they shuffle another creature into their library. Oh, so good. I love that. I would build a Villainous Choice deck. Death in Heaven. Blah, blah, blah. Target player mills 2 cards, then exiles their graveyard. And then twice, and then third, we go put all creatures exiled with Death in Heaven into the battlefield face down under your control. They are Cybermen. Delete. Deals X damage to each non-artifact creature and or player. Ensnared by Mara. Oh, that's a lot to read. Day of the Moon. 3. It's all 3 of the same. Choose a creature card name. Then go to all creatures with that name chosen for a Day of the Moon. Master Multiplied. I think that's a good card from the set too. The legend rule doesn't apply to this creature. Triggered abilities you control can't cause you to sacrifice or exile creature tokens you control. Oh, that is so strong. You got a bunch of Cybermen, and then then you can't get rid of them. Master Mesmerist. Target creature an opponent controls with power less than or equal to the master's power gains Skulk until the end of the turn. Goad it. Whenever a creature with Skulk enters the deals combat damage to one of your opponents, put a +1 counter on master and draw a card. Oh my goodness. Reading, Colby. Reading. Rallison. Boom. The Master Gallifrey's End. I don't want to make this. I'm not reading all these because it's going to make this video like an hour and a half long. If an opponent would face a Villainous Choice, they face that choice an additional time. Oh my goodness. We're making a Villainous Choice deck. Yep. Weeping Angel. It's like a roll the dice deck, but just better because it's 50-50. The Beast, Deathless Prince. Big old 6/6er. The Rani. Whenever a Rani enters the battlefield or attacks, create a red aura enchantment token named Mark of the Rani attached to another target creature. That token has enchant creature, and enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and is goaded. Whenever a goaded creature deals combat damage to one of your opponents, investigate. Oh, that's actually pretty good too. Cyrax Commander. I apologize if you guys are huge fans of Doctor Who, and I am mangling these names. I really, really do. Cyber Controller. Cult of Skaro. Whenever Cult of Skaro attacks, choose one at random. Put a 1/1 counter on each artifact you control. Draw 2 cards. Create a 3/3 black Dalek artifact creature token with menace. And each opponent loses 4 life. That's pretty good. There's another. It's not even a choice, but it's still, it's random. Oh, man. I like that. I like that. The Dalek Emperor. Affinity for Daleks. Yep. Ashad the Lone Cyberman. The first non-legendary artifact spell you cast each turn has Casualty 2. As you cast it, you may sacrifice a creature with 2 or greater. When you do, copy it. A copy of the artifact spell becomes a token. Whenever you sacrifice another creature, put a +1/+1 counter on Ashad the Lone Cyberman. Boom. Blink. Master formed anew. Body Thief. When you cast a spell, you may exile a creature you control and put a takeover counter on it. Cybermen Squadron. It's a 5/5. Not legendary artifact creatures you control have Myriad. Cyber Ship. Whenever a cyber ship deals combat damage to a player, put the top 2 cards of that player's library onto the battlefield, face down, under your control. They are 2/2 Cybermen. Oh, man, they can all the Cybermen's. Wound Reflection. Blasphemous Act. Okay, and now we kind of get into the reprint cards, but Blasphemous Act's always good. Solemn Simulacrum. Sad Robot. Sound of Drums. River of Tears. And then our mana. We put this over here. We have mana. Foreboding Ruins. Shadowblood Ridge. Smoldering Marsh. Temple of Deceit. Choked Estuary. Sunken Hollow. Darkwater Catacombs. Fetid Pools. Temple of Malice. Cannon Sloth. Exotic Orchard. Temple of Epiphany. Frostbell Snarl. Oh, man, I like that card so much, but it's been reprinted so many times recently. Yeah, it's not really worth anything anymore. Storm Carved Coast. Fire Inlet. Lava Claw Reaches. Shipwreck Marsh. Drowned Catacomb. Haunted Ridge. Dragon Skull Summit. Man, they give you a decent amount of good land. I mean, most of that I wouldn't even really worry about changing out. There's a couple that like come into play tapped, but man, that's a decent chunk of multicolor. Boom, boom, boom. Renegade Silence. Zygon Infiltrator. Don't Blink. Exterminate. Dalek Squadron. Sontorian General. Great Intelligence Plan. Cyberman Patrol. Cybermat. Clockwork Droid. Midnight Crusader, a vehicle, okay. Laser Screwdriver. Oh, Sonic Screwdriver kind of thing. Boom, boom, boom. And then that's a mana fixing. Anti-mana. Arcade Signet, Soul Ring, Thought Vessel, Mind Stone. Oh, Lightning Groove's good stuff. We got our mana fixing. Propaganda, that's good. Feed the Swarm. Snuff Out. Command Sphere. Wayfarer's Bauble. Talisman. Command Tower. Terramorphic Expanse. Thriving Moor. Path of Ancestry, Temple of the False God, Reliquary Tower, Crumbling Necropolis, Ominous Cemetery. Man, good mana base on this. Then you got your tokens, just a couple basic lands. These are probably end up being like the most valuable, like, because you can't get these anywhere else. And you get basic lands with the little Dalek in, or the phone booth in it. Oh, I could see people definitely collecting those, trying to make a bunch of, get enough to make their decks and stuff. I am super impressed. I think this is the least valuable, going for the least amount of money, this deck. But this looks like this would be super fun to play. And like I said, great mana base. I mean, like, you spend a little bit of money and update that, but I don't even know if you would have to. I think that works really well with this. The token creation with the Cybermen and the Daleks, great. Like I said, I love the evil choices. That's super fun. Yeah. Without playing this, I'm just guessing this would be a fun deck to play. Thanks for watching, guys. Hey, if nothing else, at least now you know what's in the deck, so you can make a informed choice if you want to pick it up. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.